Hello. Thank you for tuning back in. This is about the Michigan Republicans' uphill battle for 2018. I'm going to point out three things: trends, historical trends, things that point out that it will be indeed a very uphill climb in 2018 for Michigan Republicans. Please note that I am not saying these things in any way to discourage you. Au contraire. My point here is that you be aware that our normal efforts are not going to be enough in 2018. You will need to double, triple, quadruple, potentially tenfold your, mine, all of our efforts in 2018 to pull off the governor's race, the Secretary of State's race, the Attorney General race, the U.S. Senate race this cycle. One, historical trend number one. The Michigan governor's office usually flip-flops back and forth. You can go back and look at this through history, decade upon decade. Democrats will hold the office for 4, 8, 12 years before term limits. Then a Republican governor would come in for 8, 12 years. Then it'd swing back to the Democrats for 4, 8, 12 years. Then a new governor would flop back to the other party. It flip-flops back and forth. That's a historical fact. We are in a trend year where we, as Republicans, hold the governor office, so the pendulum would be due to swing back to the Democrats. Obviously, our job is to not let that happen. Historical trend number two. This is a presidential midterm year. You've probably heard it before. The party that holds the White House loses seats in the midterm. Generally, that is on the federal level, but some of that does trickle down. And it has to do with whether you build or can fight the enthusiasm gap of the party that is not in office. They are generally more enthused and they get their numbers out more. We have to fight, as Trump has said at some rallies, our complacency. Again, must double, triple, quadruple, tenfold our efforts to ensure the usual trend of the party party in office losing seats. Again, our Senate race is up. It is currently held by a Democrat, so that's not a seat we would lose. It is something we need to reverse the trend on and gain. In line with that, we need to remember that Donald Trump only won Michigan by 10,000 votes. So we don't have a lot of room to spare to lose any of that if we are to keep any Trump momentum. If you think we need to rely on Trump momentum. The third issue, as I've already said, U.S. Senate race. Obviously, those are 6-year terms. There's only 2 offices, so those only roll around every once in a while. And in these midterms, on this bad trend year of the governor's office, we also have the U.S. Senate race. Historically, since Spencer Abraham, we have not won a Senate race. We obviously have to tenfold our efforts if we are to reverse that trend and pick up a seat that we really need to have help in D.C. if we are to get anything passed with the 60 vote threshold that Mitch McConnell refuses to eliminate and go back to standard filibuster rules and 51 vote majority for most legislation. So again, those are the things we are up against. I do not say these things in an attempt to discourage you. Quite the opposite. I am trying to motivate you. We must do more than we have ever done before if we are going to win the governor race, Secretary of State race, Attorney General race, and the U.S. Senate race. Thank you for your time. Feel free to leave comments. I look forward to chatting with you again in the near future. Take care. God bless. Have a great day.